Hey, this is Matthew from Nerd News Today, and welcome back to another episode of everything we learned about Ghostbusters 3 this month, this time with all the info we gathered for May 2019. May picked up speed a bit from last month, and we got some words from a few of the original cast members who have not been super talkative about the project up until very recently. So let's dive in and hear what happened in GB 2020 land in May. May started off very slow and not much happening until about May 10th, when Proton Charging broke the news that Arjun Tuiten, hopefully I'm saying his name right, has joined the crew for Ghostbusters 2020, according to his IMDb page. Arjun is listed as special makeup and animatronic creature effects, something he has done in similar roles for movies like Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, World War Z, Thor, Iron Man 2, Pan's Labyrinth, Hellboy 2, and many other movies. And speaking of the IMDb page, the Ghostbusters 2020 movie page has really started filling up. And if you take a look at it now, it currently includes special effects supervisor Ilya P. Popov, costume designer Danny Glicker, casting director John Papsidera, concept artist James Carson, Jonathan Opkenhafen, and Melina Zadrakovic, again, hopefully I'm saying that name right, and many other roles that have been filled since we first started making these videos. The crew has really started to be fleshed out, and we suggest you take a peek at the IMDb page, which we will have a link for below in the description of the video if you want to see who's been added to the page since this video was made and going forward. On May 15, Bill Murray broke his silence about the new movie and spoke during the Cannes Film Festival while promoting Jim Jarmusch's The Dead Don't Die. Murray said he would have no issues being part of the new movie and said, "The franchise paid for my son's college. But more importantly, he had a great time filming the original and had amazing relationships with all of his co-stars that made the experience so memorable for him." For years, Bill was the primary holdout on making a new Ghostbusters movie, mainly due to how little he likes the corporate side of Hollywood. However, he did appear in the 2016 reboot, and sounds like he's open to appearing in some capacity in this new version. Murray will be in production for his next feature, Sofia Coppola's On the Rocks, starting this month, and with production for the new Ghostbusters movie starting this summer as well, we wonder if he'll have time to really be able to do both of those things at once, but then again, if his role is not very large, he might be able to sneak in. But then again, part 2, with so little known about the new movie, still anything can happen. On May 17th, the 660 News, a member of the Canadian press, spoke with Dan Aykroyd during a press tour for his alcohol brand, Crystal Head Vodka. At the event, he was asked a few questions about both the upcoming Ghostbusters movie as well as the future of the brand. Aykroyd said a big part of making this movie is keeping the budget to reasonable costs, as the 2016 version went way over budget. He added that the budget would be way under $100 million, and went so far as to say it can't be $30 million and $50 would be stretching it. Dan continued to say he wants to have more practical effects in the movie, like puppets and mechanicals when possible, and not just relying on CG for the special effects. Aykroyd dropped a little more info about the new movie, which he says Jason first told him about 2 years ago, and said it's so different from the first and second film, and takes a new direction that is warm, heartfelt, and quite scary when you confront some of the issues that are being discussed. In an interview with Yahoo, Aykroyd went on to say he loved the young lady who would be appearing in the new movie, and was excited for the female empowerment aspect of the film.
Like my girl Ghostbusters, love my lady Ghostbusters in the last movie, Answer the Call, and I love this young lady who the franchise will be riding on. It's very fitting, you know, I've got 3 daughters and it's a time for female empowerment.
Whether he was talking about Carrie Coon or McKenna Grace, we aren't quite sure yet, but let's go with McKenna until he says otherwise. FYI, for those curious, Aykroyd also says he considers the 2016 film as part of the pantheon of GB movies and even referred to it as Ghostbusters 3. So all the haters can take it up with Ray Stantz if they don't like that. Lastly, Aykroyd explained that he has another Ghostbusters project in mind for the future, Ghostbusters High, which would take place in 1969 when the original team first met in New Jersey. He hopes to film this as a pilot in the next few years to pitch as a TV series, along with at least 1 or 2 other concepts for the franchise. But for the time being, it's full speed ahead on the Reitman movie, and they will see where things land after that. Our monthly news wraps up with 2 pieces of social media info from Jason Reitman's Instagram. On May 23rd, the director of the upcoming movie posted a photo that simply said, "Scouting, #GB20, with a shot of his dirty boots and a carpet. Where Jason could be, who knows exactly, but with those boots on, perhaps he was in some woods or a very dirty location, scouting for the town that we're assuming this movie is going to take place in. If anybody can identify where that carpet is, please let us know." And on May 30th, Jason posted one more time, this time with an image of a familiar machine from the original movie, and wrote, "Hey Columbia University, think we could borrow this for the summer?" This particular item was seen in the 1984 original, and was shown being carted out of the offices of Dr. Venkman, Spangler, and Stantz when they were kicked out by the dean. But just what the heck is this thing? It seems no one, including the entire internet so far, does not have an answer. You can see it has a name tag printed on the left that says Orange Julius, and the label under the yellow button says arm injector, press 1 button each. But beyond that, it is a mystery. So if anyone has any ideas about what this contraption is, please leave a comment to let us know. So that's all the news from May 2019, but the good news is that in less than a week from when this video will drop on YouTube, Nerd News Today will be at Ghostbusters Fan Fest in Culver City, California. Yep, we're going to California for the biggest Ghostbusters event ever, and with Jason Reitman in attendance, we are expecting some news to drop at this event. So make sure to subscribe to this channel since we will be posting all sorts of videos and even doing a live stream or two from the Sony Pictures lot during this epic extravaganza. And hey, while you're at it, make sure to like and share this video and start spreading the news, because Ghostbusters 3 is now a little over a year away. And we're about to start filming the movie as well in about another 2 months, so things are going to really pick up finally. So I'm Matthew from Nerd News Today, and we will see you next month with another news roundup, and in a few days at Ghostbusters Fan Fest.